a tattoo. Forbidden love like it's taboo. Don't care what anybody might do. We put our haters in a review. My eyes have seen her. So many shit on the street, and I've been through places you've never been. I know be some more picking. I don't chop breakfast, lunch, and chop dinner. My heart is cold like the winter, but you want me up, Angelina. So I give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Girl, you like my work, and it's giving love. You can have it. I put nothing above you. You know I put nothing above you. So many love, but girl, you're the truth. But you're the truth, and I'm so proud to call you my boo. I thought I told you I really love you, and I don't care who had you. It's such a nice view, it's just me and you. You make the sky blue, the moon no pay you. Hello, hello, show you the game you. It's weather for two, do me gently. Wachekama, ferawa, wachekama, ferawa. Oh, my eyes have seen her. So many shit on the street, and I've been through places you've never been. I know be some more picking. I don't chop breakfast, lunch, and chop dinner. My heart is cold like the winter, but you want me up, Angelina. So I give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Girl, you like my work, and it's giving love. You can have it. I put nothing above you. You know I put nothing above you. So many love, but girl, you're the truth. But you're the truth, and I'm so proud to call you my boo.
Welcome to Smiley Suffer Podcast. On the mic is Corey, and I got my boy here, the Black G-Wagon. Black James Bond.
Black James Bond, man.
What's good, man? Wale?
Long time, man.
It's been a hot minute. I think this is his first time this year.
Yeah, I was checking the podcast thing, and I think the last time we did an episode was in November last year.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. And a lot has happened since then.
Well, too much things that we can't talk about everything.
I know we can't cover everything, but
I don't
that
know where to start.
Yeah, but by the way, that was Stand By You
By Pheelz,
is
aka Reading Makula, yo.
It's his new record
Of his EP, Pheelz. It's called Feels Good.
That's a nice. I like what he did. I like the play. Pheelz. He
Pheelz.
recently got interviewed by CNN, so clearly, you know,
Pheelz had a
his label must be really pushing.
Yeah,
him
we can actually delve into Pheelz because he's signed to Warner. His license, I think he's signed to someone who's under Warner. I think. Yeah, but he's one of these trend of producers who are now artists.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me say trend because he's been doing this for a while, but it's their time now.
Yeah,
and the two front runners are him and Young John.
Yeah, Young John also had a recent record
with Olamide. Have you heard that one?
Oh, there's another one since Ulama.
Yeah, they dropped one with Olamide recently.
Okay, but that Ulama, what's it called again? I'm drawing blanks
cool.
now. Extra Cool. That joint, man. That joint goes.
I don't know if I can even do Song of last year because there are too many bangers.
But that was up there.
It was up there.
I mean, I think it was even like
luckily for them. So came out last year.
Towards the ending of last year.
Yeah, so is my Song of the year.
So this is obviously.
Everybody knows.
In case you're wondering what we're talking about, this is the record. I'm sure you've heard it.
Oh no. Ulama, I dey on my tent too. I don't dare you tired. Make we but I'm always on that road. Girl, like you put me in the mood, and I know you want that too. And I carry shoulder down for you, Joe.
Feels you think right now?
Well,
both
yeah,
of them,
because so what they did and is they're not doing the background thing. They're now the artist also.
yeah,
So because you have a lot of producers who, you know, their name is up there, but they don't sing. But these guys sing, and honestly, they haven't had a miss yet since they came into the limelight. They've had music prior to that, especially Pheelz. He's had a lot of songs. A lot of people think Finesse, or some people might think Finesse might be his first song. That was not. I think he even had 2 EPs or EP. I know he had songs before in the past, but once Finesse came, it opened a door. You know, and fun fact, I think he said Electricity was recorded before Finesse. I think.
Oh, really?
With the video.
Interesting.
But Finesse, you know, as we all know, went viral through TikTok and social media before the song was even completed.
And it was after that that he got signed, right? Or was it before?
I don't know. I would assume maybe, because a lot of times once you get that one hit record, the labels look at you and then they sign you. But it's after that his buzz started, and then he dropped Electricity. He's dropped his EP now, which we played the song. Young John came out with Extra Cool. Young John, not John, came out with Dada.
Yeah, Dada
and,
with Davido.
Davido remix with Dada.
Extra Cool.
And Extra Cool.
He also had an EP. Love Is Not Enough.
Yes, too. So it has a lot of, you know.
Are there any other producers out there that you'd say are producing hits right now?
Well, producing, I mean.
I mean, like producing and
singing.
Well, you know, the funny thing about Rexy is he's become like a social media personality. Like he's really big on. I follow him on his Instagram.
Well,
he's really big on social media.
Social media way, personality way, is a way to also get traction. It was how Pheelz did it. Yeah. Pheelz at his biggest point was when he was also big on social media, because a lot of people would go to him for non-music stuff, and then you know his name, and then when he drops music, you're like Pheelz. You know, a lot of people did do social media stuff, so yeah, I can see it. But as far as the ones that like sing, you know, the two popular ones, because Young John has worked with a lot of people in the past. So it was, this guy Pheelz and Young John. I don't think there's any other producer turn artist that is bigger now or more popping today than these two, and they're doing very well, very, very well. It's good. It's good for the industry. Because you know,
I'm trying to actually think of one, but I can't.
No, I mean Don Jazzy. You can say obviously Don Jazzy, but Don Jazzy.
But that's he's
exactly
in another.
Yeah,
category.
So there's only those two. I mean, some people Davido claims he's a producer. He was a producer. You can give it to him. And they are techno. There are people that are like that, but as far as the ones that we know primarily started as producers, or we first heard their names and their tags as producers. Even Omah Lay, I think, was a producer at one point or something. But a lot of artists can produce themselves too. But I'm talking about people that were predominantly producers first, that are now artists also. Is those two. Yeah.
Interesting. So what other records right now do you think you'd say are taking over Afrobeat?
Afrobeat is weird because, bro, Abi King Rex, what's that song called? What's the name of this song? Abracadabra. Bro, it's old.
It is.
And I'm surprised people it
happens sometimes.
It happens.
Where it will
because
take
I'm
off
like,
randomly.
It's old. The song came out last year.
Yeah.
And it just blew last month.
And Whiskey just hopped on the remix.
Abi King Easy. There's a bunch of Rema dropped 2 songs. I haven't digested them yet, so I can't
Has
give
he
my
even
take.
dropped them? I know he announced them.
Holiday dropped. I don't know if the other one has dropped yet. Ayra Starr obviously dropped Stability, where she sampled Awilo.
Yes. Ayra Starr.
Ayra Starr, sorry. I don't know why I always think Ayra Stark when I try Ayra Starr. I do like one thing about that song is I've always said I like to see when African Nigerian, African, whatever artists sample African songs. You know, we've heard so many P-Square used to sample non-Nigerian songs. The video, a lot of them do sample, and I feel like, okay, they've gotten good at it. Then sometimes, you know, bring new life to African songs, and Burna Boy is good at doing those samples, but sometimes he doesn't sample your mainstream song, so you might not, you know, but she sampled that Willow song. What's it called? The one where it goes, Willow.
You should just play it.
Yeah.
Play it real quick.
I'm not gonna lie, the beat sounds like something that CML will hop on.
Everybody for you. Body just shake bello. Motive so fun tell bello. Deliver like I get bello. Them say I dey go sell. Them say I dey go sell. Destiny to fortuna. I go make you Joe Dada. Show you get the power. Sweetie passy amala ketu. Shinji kagawa. Jesu Christi lobawa. Got them falling yakata. You know I see sabi girl they do.
Honestly, this song will do very well because you get the older crowd. It's going to give nostalgia.
Yeah.
But a lot of us is nostalgia because you remember how big Coupe de Calais music was doing us growing up. For the older people who were older at that point too, it's also nostalgia. And Nigeria loved Coupe de Calais music and probably still do, because when we still hear them in clubs, when they try to do throwbacks, we still turn up. So you can imagine the feeling like this song is going to give, and that's what samples do, which I don't know why a lot of people don't do more of them, is it brings in an element of an already liked song into your, song, know. I think this song was called the Gate Lake something. Fuck. Let me look at the list. What's that second song there? It's not that one. Not that one.
It's not this one?
No, what's the second one?
The second one, Coupe.
That's it. No, that could be. No. Yeah, it is. It's this one.
Yeah.
Coupe de Bamba. Yeah.
This was a jam. This was a jam.
But I don't know what he's singing, but I can sing this song from start to finish. Bro, that time it was people, a lot of, you see all the streets people were walking around with this t-shirt that had a Willow. If this was now, this guy would be one of the richest artists.
It was a legend.
It was a legend now because, man.
You don't understand, right? Afrobeat, right? I mean, this is technically not Afrobeat, but there's such a treasure of songs that we have, that we grew up with. That we can, there's so many that we can sample that we don't even necessarily need. People really feel like we need American hip hop songs to thrive.
Not anymore.
There's so much.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah. That's why I was excited to hear that from Ayra Starr, because it's like, bro. Yeah. So speaking of non-Nigerian,
Sorry, this was another classic.
This
was a classic.
This is one I was thinking it was.
Back then, right, guys used to get their wine on, on the dance floor. Guys used to get their wine on. And of course, you could never compete with the Congolese boys. Those ones, they were on another level. classic.
Yeah, well, speaking of non-Nigerian songs, this girl, Libianca.
I've been hearing about this song.
So she's Cameroonian,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. And but
Something
But-
people, right?
it's
Is
called
the name of
People.
the people.
But again, it's very hard, easy for you to not think it's a Nigerian song because technically Cameroonians are where they are neighbors. So this song is very Afrobeat. This is an Afrobeat
Inspired.
song, but it's also good. I also like it when
Wow,
I
it's
see,
dropped out of the top 50 already. Hold on. let me
when
see.
I see what they call that, Spotify. You go on Apple Music. That's
Yeah,
what
but it's referencing the Apple Music playlist.
oh, so they have it.
Yeah, it's copying it,
Right.
and it follows it closely.
Probably not updated,
You
but
know,
no, it's
I'll
there.
just
But,
search it, people.
It's good to see non-Nigerians also sing Afrobeat music. I mean, we already see
Yep.
a few of it, so it's a good song. It's a nice slow paced song.
Alright. This is "People" by Libianca.
Libianca.
Is the video out yet?
There's a video, yeah. It's
I-
a pretty cool video. Simple.
So I know, because all my friends have been raving about this song. I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, I like it.
I queued it once and I never got to it, but
It's a slow song.
I'm about to find out now.
Okay, picture Omah Lay on this.
From Bamandait, Libianca. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Now did you notice me? Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face, a facade you can never face. And if you don't know me well, oh, you won't see how buried I am inside my grave. Inside my grave. Cause you see people don't really know you. They don't really know you. Cause you see people, they don't really know you. They don't really know. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Or did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Or did you notice me? Oh, Holy Father, they drive on my head. Cause they make you no leave me deep. Oh, Holy Father.
Yeah, so it's, and then for anyone who's like, well, what do you mean is Afrobeat song? Bro, that song has too many Afrobeat elements in it. The cadences, the arrangement.
Oh yeah.
But lastly, Nigeria has a very distinct pidgin English.
She used
And
it.
she used it.
She used
It's
it,
very,
yeah.
there's
used
no, they speak, this is very distinct Nigerian pidgin English. And not only did she use it, she used it in a way you can't even tell it's from a non-Nigerian.
Yep.
Which is why
Could
it's
have had me
confusing.
fooled.
Yeah,
So she's Cameroonian.
She's Cameroonian, bro.
Interesting.
Born in Cameroon, she's Cameroonian.
Interesting.
You know, maybe she was born on the English side of Cameroon. I don't know, because she doesn't sound like a French speaker. But
All right.
so, but then more music, real quick. Wande goes back.
He is.
He has a song with Olamide, KPE space PASO, Paso.
Let me see.
Do that real quick. That's it, Paso. He's back.
It's Kelpie Vibes. yẹ kó gbọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ta sí mi mú gbọ́ wá. Anybody wey go try me kó gbọ́ wá. Ara kọ mi bó ṣe ń wò mí bó ṣe wà. Tó bá débi wọ́n máa gbá ẹ lójú bó ṣe wà. Débi títorí náà. Àní wọ́n ń bẹ́. Má dá wọn lóhùn wọ́n ń bẹ́. Tọ́ba ní mi ò mọ̀ ń ṣáná mọ̀ ń dán. Má tún mo wá lórí street wọ́n á bá mi níbẹ̀.
Mo ti pè Paso. Jẹ́ náwó yẹn kó tó kó wa zo. Is it me or the any or maybe not the Azo? That booty look like a place that told me not to go.
Wande and Olamide.
That's a nice record.
It is. Wande is me. He has an album coming out. This is where that song is on, and I think the album is going to be called Superstar. No Superstar, something like that. Snap. Give me a second.
So while you're looking
Legend or No Legend. I'm sorry, I said
Legend
Superstar.
or No Legend.
Legend or No Legend. That's what it's called.
Interesting.
Don't know why I said Superstar or Superstar. Yeah, it's Legend or No Legend. Yeah.
I see. Wande Cole never gets old for me. Like I'll always listen to Wande Cole. I don't think he can still compete with the ones that are doing it right now, the Omah Lays, the Remas.
No,
but I don't think he needs to compete.
No,
I think he's in his own lane. He has his unique voice.
So music is interesting, right? There would always be the next hot new things, right? As an artist, you cannot be, and I'll use a critically acclaimed popular artist everybody knows around the world, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Bro, Jay-Z is not trying to catch the bag or the fame Lil Baby is catching.
Yeah.
At least when Jay-Z was still dropping songs. Yeah. You know, it's at a certain point he's going to realize that his songs are not going to be number one, but he can still create fucking good music.
Yeah.
And he can still drop
Agree.
Hard bars. The reason they're not number one consistently or for a long period is not because it's trash or because it's bad, but the trend of music has changed to what people want to listen to.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way a Lil Baby sounds, bro, Lil Baby's a mumble rapper, but there's no way there's no way Lil Baby can construct a verse as nice as Jay-Z. But in today's world, what people want to hear, Jay-Z can't give them what Lil Baby can give them. Because that's just the trend of where the music is today. What people want to hear is, so when you talk about Omah Lay and Rema and these guys, like I always say, like Omah Lay sings emo Afrobeat music. Yep. It's very like emotional music, and you know, coming from a place of like, just I guess from a young guy's point of view, this is what I'm going through, and you can all relate to it, and it's very melodic, and it's what we want to hear. The style, it's the style of today and everything. But Wande Cole is in a unique, Wande Cole, Wizkid, Olamide, all these guys. Look at Olamide and see what he's singing on this song. He just switched. He's just having fun because he has nobody else to answer. He has nothing to prove to anybody. Is what I'm getting at. Yeah. I think Wande Cole has nothing to prove. Jay-Z
but then you
have
those
unique
These
people
cases
have nothing to prove. Like
where people that don't have anything to prove are still competing with them dudes.
Name
like
one.
A Drake, for instance.
Drake,
you see what I'm saying?
But do you notice
he's still competing with these dudes?
Do you notice what Drake does? Drake gets on the trend early. Drake changes.
He does get on the trend.
Drake changes. So he's intentionally Drake
so
wants
what's
to be
wrong
number
with
one.
getting on the trend?
Nothing is wrong with it, but I'm saying like you can also give flowers to Drake if from today Drake stops being number one, because then he's had a hella good run.
Basically, you're just saying that we shouldn't put pressure.
No,
on
don't
someone,
put pressure on all
like,
these guys on Wande Cole. No, don't.
I feel you.
Don't expect Wande Cole to drop a song and
I'm
you're thinking
There's
it's
no
going
argument
to be
there.
number one
There's
on
no
Apple
argument
Music
there.
for
So let me ask you
10
something.
weeks. No.
So right now, who's the little baby within Afrobeat?
Bro, it's Rema and Omah Lay. It's not even one, it's two.
It's two of them.
Bro, those guys are bastards when it comes to music. But I love those guys. Like, I called this shit. I called this shit.
Those were like our
Trojan horses. 2019, was it 2019?
Yeah.
I called this shit. I said Rema and Omah Lay, man. I called this shit, and I put Oxlade in there. Do you remember? Do you remember that?
Like,
I feel like a proud daddy right now.
Do you remember when Rema came out, and you remember he had that interview? And they had asked him about Wizkid, and he was very dismissive.
He was because
he was
that
very
was
arrogant, and people were like, "Who's this Rema guy?" And do you remember?
But they have a song together.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that video where someone was mocking Rema.
for sounding like Wizkid, yeah.
Now look at where Rema is at.
But it's but you think one thing is they have a song coming out together on Soundman Volume 2.
That's gonna be mad.
Yeah, and even Wiz, right? He's doing what Drake does now.
Yeah, he's kind of draking it.
He's draking it. He's doing what Drake does, where it's like, bro, honestly, I can't fight with you people.
But he cannot keep up with
so
what calm down, for instance.
Yes, but here's what he's doing. He's like, I can't fight with you people, but I can give you guys a bang. Like, I'm pretty sure that song Rema will be nice.
Yeah, I
can give you guys, like, when we link up, we will create magic.
Yeah.
So when Drake and Lil Durk link up, everyone's like, dang, him and what's the 21 Savage, the EP the album just dropped. It's like, bro, that's intentional. Very, very intentional. And he did a very good job with it. So that's where Wizkid is at now. I think he has accepted it. Yeah. That if
you can't beat them,
nobody is going to be bigger than, bro, I don't think any artist
if you can't beat them, join them.
I don't think anybody's bigger than, like, let's forget.
Did you see Rema in Saudi performing?
No, but what I'm saying is,
like, this guy is doing
so with
some
the OGs.
very
So here's what the
right
OGs
now
need to do. Acceptance is step one.
Yep.
If you want to stay OG and stay relevant, accept that you are not going to be the hottest thing.
Burna Boy 2 is also draking it too.
He's draking it.
Yeah.
With an arrogance. That's why he then always has issues, but he doesn't seem like he wants to accept it. But he's drinking.
But what do you think is going on with Burna Boy right now? Did you see those tweets from Diddy? Can you just explain?
Those tweets from Diddy was fake.
No, they weren't fake.
Diddy came out to say it was fake. He repeated. He commented on one of the blogs that put it and said fake news.
He did, but it was. But
the screenshots. It
was a real screenshot.
He said it was fake. No one could recreate it.
But I think that was because Burna had already gotten on the
I don't know. I don't think, bro. I don't believe it. I think that screenshot you're talking about, bro, it sounds like a Nigerian wrote that thing. It sounds like someone from Wizkid FC or Teddy BG created. And I think it's a Wizkid FC person that created that thing. It sounds very Nigerian. Oh, you think you can, bro? Diddy doesn't talk like that. Now there might be animosity between them. Mm-hmm. Diddy might feel like, yes, Burna, I helped you with your Grammy, and maybe you've kind of just dipped, but I don't think Diddy. And let's be honest, bro. Like, as big as the African Giant is that who Diddy should be worrying about? Like, where he's so pressed, he's going to tweet something.
I was surprised.
That's what I'm saying.
It sounded very extremely petty.
Extremely petty. Yeah, it's like, no, someone that has one Grammy is who you want to now become to say, oh, you think, no, now, come on now. It's not a Drake. It's still, so it's fake from what I saw, but there might be some sort of animosity between them. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know for sure. We're not in there. But Wizkid, Burna Boy, they're draking it for sure. And when we say they're draking it, they're competing. And
at a high level.
Drake has learned that I can't isolate myself from you guys and just be like, fuck you guys, I'm Drake, I'm going to be number one forever. He's picking the right people from that group of guys to help him stay number one. Mm-hmm. And that's where all this one that Wizkid is singing our song with Rema, all this, it's part of it.
I still think Wizkid is still the GOAT, though.
He is. It's not, but again, no one, everyone that knows me knows I love Wizkid and Burna, and no one should take this as me saying, and that's why I use Jay-Z. You're going to ever name top 10 hip hop artists, everyone's top 5. I will be surprised if Jay is not in there somewhere.
Yeah, they didn't they even recently release a top 10. Yeah. I think Vibe
but
some other, I think Vibe and some other magazine teamed up. They released a top 10. Jay-Z was at the top.
You have to give him the flowers. But like I said, if a Jay drops a song today, it could go number one, then it might not. But no one doesn't discredit who he is. So Wiz, Burna, you guys are getting to the OG status. You guys have been in the game for so long. Wizkid has been in this game for 15 years? How many years? Burna, you guys have been here for so long. Davido, Olamide. Now the hungry motherfuckers are here, and these guys are like, they're on steroids, man.
And they're not playing.
They're not playing with you guys. So it's like they're on steroids, bro. Afrobeats is in the best place it could be right now.
But while we're on that topic, what do you think about Burna Boy losing out to whoever won I don't even know who won.
I don't know who won.
I don't know what. I saw a video. I'm trying to find the video, but someone had posted a video of the person that won and the song that
I don't know
won.
who won.
And I was like, huh?
So it says one thing for those who kept saying Burna Boy is a Grammy baby. He's not a Grammy baby because obviously Grammy didn't favor him.
Wait, what does it mean to be?
So,
Okay, like he has been.
Yeah, like some people in Nigeria were saying, oh, like is a Grammy? Like,
Yeah.
I've been it definitely clearly hasn't. Do you know what? I think so. I know they want to create a new category now for Afrobeats.
Like Afrobeat category.
Yes.
That'll be interesting.
The Grammy. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it
because it's weird. Because when I say it's weird is when you say best R&B, which it makes sense because it's like, oh, every genre there's best hip hop song, there's best R&B, there's best this and that. But Afrobeat is such a unique genre that it is not just one genre. It's like an amalgamation of different genres in there. So, which is why I used to say maybe Afrobeat. You know, they term everything coming out of Africa, Afrobeat. Out of Nigeria, Afrobeat.
If they come up with the Afrobeat category, they're going to be putting all kinds of nonsense.
You're going to be putting all kind of nonsense, and you're going to limit because again, Essence should have been up for best R&B song, which it was.
It was,
but it didn't win. When you start doing Afrobeat category, Essence now will fall under Afrobeat category, which is not fair to Essence because it really is more of an R&B song.
Yeah,
just has the Afrobeat underlining instrumentals and constructions and stuff like that. So, I'm not really in support of Afrobeat category. I think they should keep it like this. I think they should just find, but it's hard too because where do you put a last? You have to put in best international song.
Yeah, that's true.
Because where do you fit in a last? But last is more like a hip hop song though. In a way, if you had to categorize it in a,
you could,
you
could
categorize
it.
Then you're now having to deal with Lil Babies. You're having to compete with Lil Babies and so it's a weird, unique category to be in, and I guess that's why they're just thinking let's just put them in their own category, and that way no one is complaining with you're competing against your people, but you guys still get to win a Grammy, which in turn actually then might help. There's a good side of it is it might help the other artists who are not as mainstream because you're competing against other Afrobeat songs. You're not competing against.
Speaking of awards, what do you think about Tems winning an Oscar?
She deserves everything she has.
It was for Black Panther.
Yeah.
I actually like that song, but the song was a flop, technically speaking. But I love the song
but I don't always soundtrack music.
I actually love that.
I don't know why people take soundtrack music as songs. I don't know how to put it. Like, it's made for a movie. It's supposed to go with the scene of the movie. It's supposed to be tie you emotionally to this scene. So listening to it on its own sometimes does not work if it's not tied to that emotion of the movie.
And by the way, it was a Rihanna record.
That scene is a Rihanna record, yes.
But it was co-written by
Tems.
But
it's a soundtrack. So some soundtracks make it onto the mainstream as a good song, but don't always judge soundtracks as they're like, oh, Rihanna dropped it, but bro, like it's a soundtrack, man.
I love the record, man. I love the record.
It's for the movie. It went with the scene.
And then Future sent her flowers.
He said when she won with him.
Oh yes, the Grammy, because she also won Grammy.
Yes.
Future said, Tems, accept this token of beauty as a thank you for being the best part of our Grammy award-winning song.
Future didn't write that shit, man.
This is just the beginning, Future.
But I tell you one
the
thing,
Nigerians freaked out. They're like, I beg go.
I tell you,
leave our sister alone.
I tell you one thing though. When I looked at that Rock Nation brunch, Tems is adored, man.
She is. I noticed.
Adored.
So why do you think that is? They just respect her?
Do you know? So before that, someone tweeted, "Do you think what's his name? Whiskey should take some credit for Tems' stardom?"
Yeah.
Yaya responded, "Definitely, yes," and I think so too.
Okay.
I think he brought her to the limelight.
Yeah.
He didn't give her the talent, or she was talented.
Yeah.
But he brought her to this American limelight, and they might have been noticing her underground, but when they hear Essence, she's majority of the chorus. She's the chorus, and everyone likes the chorus. and she sings in English. I think the fact that Tems sings in English, straight English, plays a huge part in her being adored, because there's no language barrier.
Okay.
It's very straight to the cut. What's his name? A Future can put her as a sample on his track without having to compromise the track and make the track sound Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Afrobeat artists, you have to, even a Burner who's very versatile, you still have to change some elements of your music, because when he's not Afrobeats, he's coming in sounding more dancehall-ish, or maybe British-ish.
Yeah.
So you still have to change that. With Tems has a seamless, because she's just a singer, she's a soul singer, so she has a seamless transition into any type of music you want to give to her, so anybody can work with her.
I'm still wondering. So what is it about
She's
her?
talented, bro. She's very, very talented.
Is she? Would you
She's
consider
a writer.
her, would you consider her as like one of the best singing voices you've heard?
No, talent. Beyonce is not the best singing voice. Sorry, Beehive. Before people come
But
for me.
Beyonce has a pretty good singing voice.
Yes,
I mean, she can
yes,
hit runs.
of course.
Okay.
Of course, but we've said this before. It's not about who has the best voice.
Okay. So is it about?
It's a mixture of everything.
Is it about her pen game? Is that what
Her
it is?
pen game is good. Do you know that if there's one industry that respects pen game, is the music industry in this country?
Yes.
The music industry in this country loves pen game more than anything. So when she's winning an Oscar for writing a song, bro, she gets noticed.
Okay.
Your pen game and your producership.
She also produces records too, right?
I think she has credits for producing too.
She has credits for production on
Bro.
one of those songs.
Under the Influence blew up. You don't mean I don't buy McLaurin.
It's still on the charts.
Do you know that?
And this song
Not
came
only
out.
that,
Remember
not
we
only
talked about this song 2-3 years ago.
You don't buy McLaurin.
The song is
Every
currently
day, Kido
number 13.
Every day, Kido
Crazy.
has an artist in his studio recording a song. At a point, this guy would go from having 5 people to 1,000 people, because now there's a Billboard official producer chart.
Yeah.
He's in the top 10.
Kido?
Yes.
Really? I never heard about this.
He posted. I saw it on his page when he posted
word?
it. So there are, you and I are not going on those charts. There are labels going on those charts. There are now going on those charts. There are musicians going there like, okay, who's the popping producers that we can get?
I think part of it too is technically she wrote a number one.
She did write a number one. Then when she wrote a number one hit record, they're in her genre that we know her for.
But
she performed
but it's not her record.
That's fine. But she wrote it. Then she performed in a Grammy-winning record. Her and Wizkid.
Yes.
So on your own, you have a Grammy. Then in our own industry,
you know what?
You're now still winning stuff for writing.
I think is going on.
What?
I think she is the to a lot of Americans, they see Afrobeat as this special genre that's coming up, right? Hear me out. And she's the first when it comes to women, she's the first female that they recognized.
Yeah, because the other ones
I think part of it is timing. I think a big part of it is
timing. Yes, she's the only one.
She's the only one that they recognize. So right off the bat, it's like, okay,
but who else is there to recognize?
Yeah, let me finish. First of all, you drop Essence. Okay, this is like the song of the summer, right?
Yes,
it's your song. You're the one singing
on it. It's from your genre and your country. Then 2 of your country people on it.
Then Future puts you on.
He sampled your song.
He samples your song, puts you on his record,
and he goes number one.
I think that's another factor.
I
want us to really break it down for people to understand why these things are happening.
Her own songs have been doing well on radio in America.
Yes,
by themselves.
Her songs have been doing well in the R&B R&B charts.
Tracks, yes, and on the radio.
That's true. But then,
and R&B is love. Look at her. Look at Ella May. Look at Ari Lennox.
Yes.
These people have massive fam. You and I might not be listening to these people every day.
Yeah.
Those people will sell out anyway.
Yeah.
Think about, maybe
but
not.
Tems isn't selling out yet.
Not yet. Mm-hmm. But I also think Tems' team is not rushing into it. I don't think they want to flop this.
Have you seen
I feel like
her manager?
Yeah,
The guy that manages her. I
the
think he's the one
Maiwa
that posted.
guy.
Yeah,
Maiwa, I don't know him.
he was
personally.
he was at the brunch too.
Yeah, him and Tech from SDC.
Oh, that was the guy from SDC.
Yeah, Wale, the guy.
Is he also managing now?
So they're the ones that SDC brought up a lot of people.
Yeah, because out there,
Yeah,
like
Alter, Palm Wine Music stuff. I think that's his name is Wale. I think so also. Well, his Tech, because Tech and Ghost. They brought they gave them the platform in the beginning.
Yeah,
they pull a lot of people like Ladipo, her, maybe Odunsi.
Okay.
They gave them they put them on their Palm Wine Festival. And the thing about SDC is SDC were able to they're not chasing commercial, which is also another thing that I just hope Nigeria can get to, because it's not every artist that's supposed to be mainstream.
Yeah, but I don't want to
They
go
put
off
her up.
So
they put her on.
No, but I want to finish my train.
One of them was
so
there.
you had Essence.
We have Essence. Yeah.
You had the #1 record
Yeah,
for a
that song.
long
He
time,
had that song,
and it was
Lemonade.
actually #1 for it was
a very long
for
time.
a long time.
Then you had an Lemonade song. Is it Lemonade? Is that Lemonade?
Which one is Lemonade?
Not Lemonade. Sorry. I think the album is called. Sorry, Lemonade is another song on the album. Free Mind is the one that.
Free Mind.
Yes, Free Mind.
They made
there's a
remixes.
song called Lemonade,
Like Free Mind is a cookout song.
It is.
They remixed that joint.
That
They
song,
added their
yes.
thing to
They
it.
added their thing to it.
So that's another element. I
Which
want us
also
to really
happened
break
with
it down.
Essence.
Which happened with Essence.
So now she's had it 2 times.
Well, no, it happened with Essence. Yeah,
Yes.
it also happened. Yes,
She's
it
had it
also
2
happened with
times now,
Essence.
where
Yes.
people were covering.
Yeah. So she's in the cookout
they be
already.
Like, she's already there.
She's in the cookout.
This same person
Black
again.
America
only you,
loves
they
her.
love her already.
They love her.
Then she's a woman, and she's not an attractive woman again.
And then Afrobeat is having this emergence, right?
Yes.
So all of a sudden it's like that's the face.
That's the face.
That's who we fuck with.
That's who we want to fuck with. And then, like I said, also it's down to the language barrier, because with it, see, when you feature a Davido, you know that you want to go and sing Afrobeat song.
Yeah.
When you feature a Wiz, a Burner, you might not say you want to create a Afrobeat song, but you know your song has to have Afrobeat elements.
Yes.
When you listen to
with Tems, it's almost like Tems.
When you listen to Chris Brown
fit.
and Wiz,
Yeah.
what's that song called? That song is a perfect fusion.
And they love you every day.
Yes, you see, it's not really Afrobeat-ish, but it has elements there, and it's a good fusion. You can tell it wasn't forced, but there's still compromise from both artists.
So what you're talking about is
Tems
Tems
seamless
Tems
with them.
versatility.
Because singing with Tems
she
is
can
like
become an R&B singer.
Yes, singing
overnight,
with Tems is like
and
you're
she can
singing
still
with
do
Ari Lennox.
Afrobeat.
You're singing with Rihanna.
Interesting.
You're singing with
Interesting.
her. And America has a market for these women already.
Interesting.
That R&B world, there's a bag there that we don't necessarily listen to in the mainstream world. So I'm a big fan of Tems. You know this. So it's like,
I mean, we're all big fans of her.
I'm a fan.
I'm trying to understand.
So that's why she's
what
there.
the appeal is,
That's
and
the
why.
appeal. And the pen game is also a thing, and that's what I was saying. And I brought up the Kiddo thing is the guys in Nigeria, and that's what that video that guy was showing that you showed earlier. I was talking about is now they're like Nigeria. We only focus on who is in front of the camera singing. So we don't care behind the scenes.
Let me ask you something. Would you agree that she's also stepping farther and farther away from Afrobeat too?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't say there was. I'm just saying.
She is. But you know why I'm fine with that?
Would you agree that there's also we've talked about this before?
But you know
there's
problem,
a risk with that too.
There's no risk because the problem is that you guys, or people have already tagged Tems as Joe Tems, she Afrobeats. Please, I'll say it. Remember when did she do Afrobeats? Please tell me the day Tems came out and actually sang a song that you can tie down and say, Omor, this girl is. She's not Tiwa Savage.
Essence really is the only one I can.
Essence is the only one. Essence is not her song. From when she came out with "Try Me," bro, "Try Me" is not. Tiwa Savage's first song was "I know if you kill it, no kill it." It was all Afro beats. "Try Me" is a pop record.
You remember this? Remember
Bro,
first time
yes,
you
now
played
the
this
first time I
record?
heard this record, now I was like,
well, like who is
who's
this
this
girl?
person now? What years ago?
Her voice. I remember.
I think the only other song is "Luku Luku." Maybe that's the one that.
Yeah, I remember.
because
I
the
kept
name.
thinking. I kept thinking
Who
of
then?
Lauryn Hill. Every time I
who's
kept
this
hearing
person
her, I'm
now?
like,
When we drop this
this
thing, like,
voice. There's something crisp about this voice.
like
Take all my mind, take all
what's
the
Afrobeat?
joy.
For those that don't know about this, Try Me. This was one of her first records.
yeah,
you remember she was screaming in that video. She was try me.
I remember. I think she was wearing all black. She sat in the back of like a truck. I remember this video. Bro, at that time, I went to Tems' Instagram. At that time, Tems had 2,000 followers or something like that. At the point, bro, I remember. I was like, who's this person? I need to know more about this person. Like, where have I been missing this person's music for a while? So what's Afrobeat about? Not even the instrumental. The instrumental is something you can give to Taylor Swift. Come on. Bro, if you never heard this person before, you wouldn't even know this person from Nigeria. So, at what point do you guys now want to put her as Afrobeat? Because she was born in Nigeria. So you can see why I have no problem with Tems and why Tems does not care to be known as the face. She's leaving that for Tiwa Savage and what's her name to fight over it? Yemi Alade. They can have the Mama Africa. They can have the African Beyonce. She's Tems.
I mean, we've had this argument before. You already know why I still feel like there's always a risk, and that's because America, they have a way of chewing you up and spitting you out,
and they do.
There were artists from a year ago that we haven't heard from again today. American artists.
Fortunately,
if they can do that to their own artists,
but fortunately for Tems right now, Tems never came out trying to sing for you people at Echo Hotel and get you guys to be dancing to our songs. Not like there's anything wrong with Echo Hotel. Everybody performs there. But I don't think it was ever her goal, because the way an artist starts tells you where they're going to. Her goal was, she didn't come, like I used the example of Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage has refined herself a little bit. But if you notice, when Tiwa Savage started to fall astray, she now came back full force Afrobeat.
When did she start to fall astray?
There was a time she was kind of quiet. Nobody was really, her music wasn't really popping. She wasn't really dropping songs.
Are you talking about before Maven? Was it during Maven?
During Maven, after. But like in the last recent years, have you noticed Tiwa Savage is being very heavy on Afrobeat song? The song she has with Loaded. Loaded is the most commercial sounding song you can do. The remix of Problem, they finish, bro. She's gone, like she's full on Afrobeat.
Yeah, are you done with Tems? I want to move on to other things.
Just at the end of the day, Tems, I get what you're saying. Tems carries the flag of Afrobeat unintentionally.
Yes,
because
like it's not like I understand she didn't mean to.
She's not, and the reason is because she's Nigerian.
Yeah.
If she was this Libianca girl that we're talking about as Cameroon, nobody really say anything about Afrobeats with Tems. But because Afrobeats was originated in Nigeria, that we know the Afrobeats we know today, it's Nigerian.
And then you also admit that part of what has helped her is the fact that Afrobeat is popping right now.
Well, yes.
And
it's helped her in the sense of people have looked at her, but then they've seen what she is. And what she is why they've stuck with her.
Fair.
So it's Afrobeat is to play that. Who is this person on Essence?
Yeah.
Who is this person? But then it's the same way when Ye came out, they looked into Burna Boy and then they loved what they saw. So, but he's Afrobeat. They looked into her and they've loved what they saw, and they realized, like, as much as we categorize her as Afrobeat, which is why I don't even want that category too, because Tems now start falling under that category. It's not good to her, because I want her competing with.
Let me ask something.
Ari Lennox and her and Scissor and the rest.
Let me ask something. It's been a minute since she dropped a record.
Who?
Your girl Tems.
Tems, bro. So
a hot minute.
When last did Scissor drop an album before she just came out now?
Yeah, fair.
Bro, it's not about.
It's been a hot minute. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
It's quality.
We're waiting for the next record.
It's quality.
There's a lot of pressure. I don't mean to put a lot of pressure on you, girl. But let's move on, man. What do you think about this guy's new record?
Yoga.
Yeah,
I like it.
You do?
I like it.
Still trying to make heads and tails of it.
I like it better than Loaded.
You never liked Loaded now.
I like his part on Loaded.
Hold on. So I want this song to breathe a little bit. 1 second.
Olamide mi Asake.
Yoga. I dey on my way. Yoga. Enemies, I get them too much. It is better to get them surplus. Who go there for you, no go take off. You tell mo dúpẹ́ mo thank God ọmọ olóore mo gbáyé mo kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ orin làbí ẹ̀tẹ́ tí ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ ìlú làbí májíkì kò sọ̀rọ̀. What can far keep distance if you wan come wine. My lover still balance I still gallant. Alubarika para mi mẹ́ka para pass para láṣà kẹsì gbàdọ́là. Yoga.
Yeah, I was just telling Wale while I'm like, it's not a song you can necessarily dance to. This is one of those songs that if you are thinking of your life,
So
this is what you listen to.
you know, the reason I think he's growing in front of our eyes, even though his growth is quick. I think you have to start after the year he had last year. You have to start thinking about longevity and what's next.
Yeah.
You know, everybody who's at the top has given us bangers. But then they've also given us tracks that you just can't listen to outside the club. Every single one of them. From Wizkid, Olamide, Davido, Burna Boy. So I think he's starting to get to that. You cannot live a life where you're only known for dropping.
People really love that record, though.
Yeah.
People love
And
it.
you need records that invoke certain emotions in people, not just dance. Because you can listen to this one. I'm driving home now. I can listen to this. I'm doing something. I can listen to this. With a lot of other dance songs, you kind of want to just be in the mood.
Yeah.
If you're not in the mood to dance, you don't want. So, which is why a good album, we've spoken about this before.
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep naming names, but why we always say a good album, or why I always say a good album is not the album that has the most bangers. It has to be a fluid mix of bangers to, so artists that usually focus on track 1 to 15 has to be hits, usually have the worst albums or the quickest albums. They come and they go, because those hit songs don't last that much. So he's trying to, I think he's trying to try a different direction. He's known for one style of music so far because of last year. Yeah. So this is and then I also think, I don't know, I mean, some of these songs might be recorded years ago, but I also think it's interesting, the timing of this, especially how well that song he had with Friday did.
I was just about to play that. Let me just quickly play a quick snippet. This is my record. This is my jam.
I'm not where I wanna be, but I thank God I'm not where I used to be. I was up, feeling like the devil had a hold on me. Mama crying when the rent due. You don't know the we've been through. Wasn't nothing that I could do. Watch it rain on me. Took too much losses, we were down. So we gon' ball out every time we step out. I mean, it ain't nothing that I can't do. Look at all that I came through. Lost some on the way, but I'm still right here. Blessings, 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 oh, blessings, oh, blessings, blessings, oh, blessings. blessings.
Orí mi, orí ginger mi, kò sí jà ní church, àdúrà ní kí n ṣá mi. Gbogbo tó ń lé, gbogbo ẹ máa pa mí. Bó ṣe wá mi lámẹ́, lọ́nà wá mi ní Germany. Jásí orí standard mi, Jésù kò ní Calvary, kò ní Father mi. Nobody fi Gaza mi, Balenciaga, kò ní pa Aza mi. Ọmọ Ọlọ́run tó fà pòlì, Olúwa ló dá ewé àtẹ̀gbò. My brother, nobody holy. God they pay my money, no they tell me story. Mr. Money my kwekunle poli. By PJ, by designers, now the lifestyle I desire, I'm on fire. Ali, I'm the lead liar, they go far. No be where I did yesterday, now in my dinner. Blessings.
First of all,
boy.
whoever brought this combo is a madman.
As in, who thought of that?
But you see,
it's so random too.
But it's also part of what made Asake's album good, because you do have songs like Muse, you have songs like Ototo.
Yeah.
So he has been trying, and then you have this song. So he's been trying to not just give everybody the fast a lot of Asake's song that we all know, and it's part of his growth. So Yoga, I'm glad he officially dropped a single that is a little slower pace, slower tempo, which is good for his music, and he's doing good. Long may he continue to be good.
Yeah, man.
Seyi Vibez has fallen off the chart.
He has.
That guy has dropped too many music.
The streaming farms,
bro. That guy is dropping too many.
The streaming farms are not.
Bro,
they're no longer
I don't know
active.
how many albums the guy has, man.
I said, are the streaming farms no longer active?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Come and tell he has 1 billion views now. But Seyi Vibez, well, when I say he's dropping off,
he had a decent Christmas though.
He had a good Christmas run.
Yeah, because I know he had a bunch of concerts in Ghana.
A lot of people know his name but don't even know his music.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Like, you say Seyi Vibez or something, you're like, I've heard that name. Who's that guy? He was compared to Asake at a point.
Yep.
Some people, I don't know why people like to compare. I guess I've done it in the past.
It's because they do there's actually a name for it now. It's the choir, the Agbero background choir.
Okay.
The Agbero choir. There's actually a term for it. I forgot, but someone actually tagged it online. There's a sound, and there are a lot of artists using it now. Okay. Is that like chorus? The chorus is background.
But he's a talented guy.
Yes.
I just found it interesting that after 4 days of his last album before dropping, they said he had 100 million streams.
The streaming farms are putting in work, bro.
Bro, it didn't make sense. but go to Seyi Vibez right now on Spotify. So
wait, is it completely off the chart though? Let me see.
It's not completely off. I mean, there's a song there now that is GWAGWALADA, which is Buju's song. Well, I don't know. It's Buju, Kizz Daniels, and him.
He released too many albums.
He released too many songs.
In
EP albums. He released too many songs. I don't know why. Like, do you not see how Asake did it? Like, bro, this guy released too many songs. Yeah. Because you will see like this. You will see one. It will be Memory Card EP. Then you go to another one, $1 Billion Baby Volume 2.0. You go to bro, in 1 year, what the hell?
The guy dropped 3 hours.
Unless he's trying to get out of a label deal.
He's on the
Buju,
record though.
It's Buju, him, and
$1 Billion Baby 2.0.
2.0, yeah.
Wait, $1 Billion Baby 2.0 had a lot of records on it too.
Too many.
He had 16 records on it.
I think this guy is trying to get out of a record deal, and he's just trying to.
$1 Billion Baby had 11 records.
So that's 27.
NSNV was in 2021.
Then he now got Memory Card EP that had
I saw the Memory Card EP too.
So in less than 2 years, he has over 30 something official songs dropped out. Kilo Day.
You want to check out this #1 record right now on Apple?
I'll listen to it.
Hold on.
I like it.
I don't think I've heard it.
I've listened to it.
This is GWAGWALADA. And it features him on it.
You know what GWAGWALADA is? Nigeria.
Where?
It's might be in Abuja or in the
GWAGWALADA.
GWAGWALADA. I enter from Abuja, go GWAGWALADA. Only more Takasu face, I want that. I know fit for some if it don't pass my power. I roll up a shawarma, I get for GWAGWALADA. I enter from Abuja, go GWAGWALADA. Only more Takasu face, I want that. I know fit fast, I don't fit to pass my power. I roll up my shawarma, I get for GWAGWALADA.
For Olana, on God, he let me ask God. I live flaming, with my shami, me know we are jamming. Wahabi, I look, Mukada move out, can't you see? Look back, with your Maribi, I'm manager. Love this song, tomorrow shot. Love you, is a crime. Baby, don't you waste my time. That's my pussy, I'm not pay as soon. I did for that.
I enter from Abuja, go GWAGWALADA. Only more Takasu face, I want that. I know fit for some if it don't pass my power. I roll up a shawarma, I get for GWAGWALADA.
On to the next one, give me ginger, give me power, more LA.
You surprise me, call me, can control me.
On to the next one, give me ginger, give me power.
GWAGWALADA. Only more Takasu face, I want that. I know fit fast, I don't fit to pass my power. I roll up my shawarma, I did for GWAGWALADA. I enter from Abuja, go GWAGWALADA. Only more Takasu face, I want that. I know fit fast, I if it don't pass my power. I roll up my shawarma.
That's a record, dude. That's a record. That's a nice record.
Yeah.
That's a nice record.
Who's trying to beat that allegation?
What allegation?
That his own songs I know is.
Oh, okay. I thought there was some allegation on it. I was about to be like, I didn't hear that one.
I don't know whose song it is. One of those songs that they just put
all their names on it.
So
whoever has the album next, just slap it
on there. So it's a race. It's probably Vibez. That's what the album coming out.
I know.
But like I'm telling you, he's trying to leave a record, dude. That's the only explanation. Or he just has too many songs. It feels like the world just needs these songs out there.
His output is ridiculous,
right? It's too many.
But let's address the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant?
It's not really the elephant, but the record that just took over out of nowhere.
What's So? It has to be So now. Song of the year.
Hold on. Actually, you know what?
Even the video. Have you seen the video?
Oh, hard
Beautiful.
Hard video. You know, like my barber came yesterday.
Beautiful video.
He was cutting my hair. The song started playing. He was like,
video.
"What song is this?"
Bro, I played that song too.
Like the guy stopped in the middle of cutting my hair. The guy was like,
that song.
What's this?
Bro, that song is, I swear, Omah Lay knows how to just tap into my emotions and just, bro, you're going to sing song.
I'm going to play a few versions here, some versions that people have been playing around with, because this song was so, like, during that December period, I was just like, why do I keep playing this song?
Please come take my pain away.
Hold on. This is one mix.
All of the things I'm talking about, yeah. Sorry, what I do if you want this, yeah. I'm under the gun, yeah. So come my head, no, cause I don't care. Come on, man, I don't care. Come on, man, I can't stay. Oh, I'm dead, oh, God, say, I'm not dead.
Yo, Ricky, let's have fun, yeah?
Shabadi badi ba, shabadi body bo, shabadi badi ba, shabada baladi body bo, body bo. So take my pain away. So take my pain away. So take my pain away. So take shibiri shibiri shibiri. They are talking shibiri. But I no get telling me till you fall for shibiri. I put up my eyes, 10 shots, I rise, touch God, I cry, offshore, cut my dreadlocks, girl, me, I don't pray, mommy, I don't break, commandment, I can't stay for one place, for God's sake, oh my dear, come and change me, only you feel my pain, vitamins, we go take this pain away. So.
What a record.
Let's now.
What a record. You know, so it was a heartbreak song, right?
Omah Lay, guy, whatever you're going through, bro. Like, I don't want to say keep going through it
As
because you're
bro.
dropping jams, but man,
bruh,
do you need help, bro? But keep it up, I guess. It's a heartbreak song. In a way, it's, you know, I guess, yeah. Omah Lay reminds me of Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
When Juice WRLD was alive. Because, you know, Juice WRLD, again, that's why I call this song's emo Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are singing about real life, not like what's going on in the world, but real life, personal, mental issues that people have. You know, everyone else is singing about bomb and money and all these things, but these guys are like, nah, bro.
There were so many people inspired by this song.
These
people
guys are
like so
singing
many
about,
renditions. I just played you 2. If you go online, there's so many renditions of this song.
They're you know, so and then it's the melody. And then the instrumentals. It puts you in a.
There was this other viral video that went there was this other video that went viral of this guy, this comedian, that Yoruba comedian that likes act like an asho on these videos where he was talking about
Mr. Macaroni.
No, the other one that he had like
Yoruba,
like the different versions of Omah Lay, like while Omah Lay was producing the video, the song in the studio. You know who I'm talking about?
Oli Echo.
Yes, Oli Echo. Yeah. And that one went viral. But it's just hilarious, like how much people gravitated to this record, man. So do you know who produced the record? Hold on, let me you know what? I'm not even asking. Let me just check.
If I can guess, it's not P Prime, it's Snap. It's somebody we know.
Tempo.
Tempo, yes. Tempo has done for Burna. That's why I don't know why I said P Prime. Tempo is the one that did a lot for Burna. It's Twice as Tall, I think.
It was?
Yeah, you don't know Tempo. I'm pretty sure you know the guy.
Twice as Tall. It was that other guy now. Is it Temi or what's his name?
Tempo producer now. He's done.
Are you thinking of this guy?
He's the one that did Love Wanting. Dang, I'm trying to think some of his songs. I wish Spotify allowed you to search.
Twice as Tall, right?
I think it's Twice as Tall. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But I know Tempo has done. Hold on. Tempo producer, Burna Boy.
Anyway, while you're looking into that, man, I just want to give Omah Lay his flowers, man, because that record was. I wasn't even heartbroken. I'm a married man, and I wanted to be heartbroken. I wanted to be heartbroken. I'm like, what the heck? It brings out emotions out of you, man. There's some video.
He didn't do Burna. He did. I give you another song he did. Soweto.
Oh, he did Soweto. No, that's another record. That's another banger.
He did Soweto. I don't know why I was thinking Burna, but the Burna Boy one is a different guy.
But man, major credit to Omah Lay for that record.
Sip.
It's funny because the record has been out for a while.
It came out 2021 now.
He did. It's been out since he dropped the album.
Yeah, he did.
And but he,
The
I,
video didn't
I,
come
I
out
wonder
till
why.
last year.
Apparently, they said that he took when he was making this record. That he did it so many times. Did you hear about it? Like his creative process when he was making this record.
One song, another song. No,
Like they said for this so that he was so particular about it that he recorded it so many times. Like he would go back into the.
Do
studio.
you know why these songs are just coming back?
Why?
I always say this thing. Nigerians are guilty of not listening to the whole album when songs drop.
I know. I'm
'Cause
guilty.
I didn't know so.
But I'd listened to it. It didn't enter my system when I first heard it.
So it did, but then I think now that it's like an official single,
Yeah.
it's like
And you know what it is? The video too.
the video too.
The visual.
It was the visuals too. So it then came back. Because I really listened to it.
Yeah.
It's the same album that I think has Understand.
Yes. It is.
You know, it's so, but people don't
And
listen
the one
to
that has the Bieber record too.
the Bieber record. Yeah, people don't listen to albums a lot, or there's already a favorite, which Understand was the lead single.
Understand, yeah.
So everyone was kind of dismissed. Like Victoni's album too.
Yep.
It's all of bangers, man. When Soweto started popping, I'm like, bro, I did love Soweto because
Soweto, that's my
I
jam.
picked it up from the album. Do you get? Like, bro, another is the song I wanted you to play. Damn it, I just forgot. But, yeah, Soweto is a jam, bro. These guys, Victonius is another guy to watch out for.
I know Victoni, man.
But yeah, So is I'm glad for him. It's out. Yeah, that's the same album I had. I'm a mess, bro. It's pay Philo, Bella Shmurda, and that's the song I wanted you. Bella and Omah Lay. Bella is another guy I like too. You don't really like Bella Shmurda like that.
I like him.
Or is it?
I like Bella.
According to Bella Shmurda, this song was just for him. So him and Omah Lay are good friends, and he sent the song to Omah Lay. Omah Lay was like, I gotta be on the song.
We are no go do for my Philo. Rest on me like pillow. I'm a good 10 kilo. I dey like you, no be whining. You are high key, you dey play for my mindy. And your white teeth be shiny with your nose ring. You are bad and I like you. This girl from Sapa. And your kind bandana. Let me look my bandana. Vuvuzela, love you, Sela. You know like Wahala. I never from Yawa. I just like your mother, sister, Esther of your partner. My favorite lick for my booze. My favorite music, my blues. Nothing I no go do for my pillow. My personal holo show. For the days I'm on the low. Nothing I no go do for my baby. We cuss and then discuss and fuck. She know the record. When I hit her, my hammer, my selector. I know those was a nigga. She did take her. Pimpin' that. I cannot play with her. I say we got nothing we are no good for my Philo. Rest on me like pillow. I'ma go for 10 kilo. Nothing we are no go do for my Philo. Rest on me like pillow. I'ma go do 10 kilo. I dey like you, no be whining.
Yeah, that record was they were playing that record in Nigeria when I went to Nigeria.
So yeah, I was telling Corey off that this song, according to Bella Shmurda, so I always catch up with these guys, like during my free time, watch their interviews and just try to understand where they come from. A lot of these people actually had it rough growing up, you know, which I guess is part of what shaped them. But he was saying like him and Omah Lay are good friends, and he had played Omah Lay the record just as per my guy, listen to what I have coming out. And Omah Lay was like, I have to be on the song. And Omah Lay recorded the first verse, sent it to him, and he wasn't really feeling it. So Omah Lay just redid the verse, which is not the verse we have on the album, on the song, which is mad.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are talented. Every day I say these guys are talented, and I love this, bro. I think when we say, I think we are in the sweet spot of music, because maybe the generation older than us don't care much about Afrobeats now like we do, because at the time when Afrobeat started becoming a thing, they were too far, I don't know. and the younger generation came in to meet Afrobeat. We did not come in to meet Afrobeat.
Yeah.
We were there at the beginning of Afrobeat.
Yep.
And we were not listening to Nigerian music.
Yep.
So it's like, people can understand that I went from, listening non-stop to the DMXs, the Ja Rules, the 50s, the J's,
You know
the
what's
Nas,
funny?
the Rick Ross, the Jeezy was one of my favorite rappers. It's constantly.
Yeah.
To now, sometimes I don't even know when they drop songs.
You know what's funny? I was watching the Grammys, and there were a lot of records.
You're like, I haven't heard this in a while.
Records, songs of the years that I'm just like,
Bruh.
what song
And
is that? And I
one of my-
realized I've spent my whole time listening to Afrobeat.
And I used to be so into hip hop that I used to have books that I used to write raps down because you couldn't find the lyrics. There was no like Apple Music now, so you are writing it down. So it's like my first. I remember when I bought one of my Walkmans like this. My first album I bought with it was Pain Is Love, Ja Rule. I can never forget it on that Walkman. I mean Discman. I was just like, bro. So like, we went from that
To all Afrobeat.
Afrobeat. Nah, it's amazing.
And there's something about it that's
amazing
it's
to
really
see,
important because you're listening to your own
yes,
people.
and you can relate to it.
Yeah,
your
you
own
can
slangs,
relate.
your own
Yeah.
lingos.
There's
because-
something about it, and like music is like the soundtrack to a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And when you're listening to your own people, there's
telling your own
a sense of
stories.
there's a sense of pride that comes
Yes.
with that.
So
You
I
know?
always tell people like, bro, you don't understand how much I love. Like to you, this is just another musical genre, but it's like you don't get it.
Yeah,
Like,
oh no, it's
I
deeper
had to
than
listen
that.
to your music, which I still love.
Yeah.
But I had to learn.
It's
Bro,
deep.
there's slangs and lingos in hip hop and rap songs. I'm like, what's this?
It's deep.
I have to start researching. Then it was I guess at some point there was no Google, so you start finding how do you know these languages. It was influencing how I used to dress because you want to dress like a hip hop guy. You're all the way in Ibadan, but you want to be wearing Timberland boots and these dressing like a nigga from New York. But now it's
This
like
You
I have my representation.
It's funny how much they say so many things in these Afrobeat records that start off with like regular Nigerians.
Yeah.
Like what burner song was it too? Like even like the whole breakfast stuff. That's like regular Niger slang.
yes, now
It
Everybody goes shop breakfast.
entered Afrobeat.
Afrobeat,
There are a lot of
yeah.
thing that go on, like help me.
me, yes,
In the carry where I
everybody
go.
go,
It was a
yeah,
viral
viral
video
video, yeah.
that went viral on internet.
it's
You know,
still-
like there's so many like little things here and there that are just like. So you hear it in a record and you realize that this is within our culture. But I want to talk about this Yhemo Lee guy. I want to play this. So can you just introduce who this Yhemo Lee person is?
So I don't really know too much about him. I know that. So I have been seeing his name around for a while. It's kind of like also how I've been seeing like a Pokoli and all these people. And I used to wonder who he was. At some point, I thought he was a musician and everything.
Yeah.
I know he does a lot of nightlife in Lagos. He's like, I guess he does events for clubs or he brings people to clubs and gets a cut. He does a lot of that. But I do know he has ties to a lot of artists. So during some of the videos I'd seen of him just speaking, he knew Asake.
Yeah,
and if anyone
he
remembers
talks about it here.
before you do that, if anyone remembers the viral video of Asake and hearing Olamide's verse on Omah Lay, it's a viral video where Asake steps into a car and their song is playing and then he hears Olamide's verse and he runs out like the guy in the car is Yhemo Lee playing in the driver's seat of that car, and that's his guy. So here he talks about the relationship that they have, or as part of their relationship.
Okay, so this is apparently they go all the way back to Ife.
Yes,
There were a lot of them that went to
a lot of
OAU.
them, OAU, I
Okay.
assume. A lot of them, he mentioned Czech. I know there's
Fireboy.
I don't know if Fireboy went to OAU, but I know he knows
He
Fireboy.
knows it from there. But
Maybe
I'll play
from
real
there,
quick.
but Fireboy was part of people he knows. I don't know if he went to OAU.
Okay.
I think Black Bones might have gone there.
Okay.
I'm not too
hold
sure.
on.
That left the same day. The Fireboy that left the same day.
So all of you graduated at the same time.
Yes.
Yes,
Fireboy graduated a year
Yeah, so Fireboy
before
went
us,
to
but
OAU.
himself no go. He just did there. So by the time we finished, I said, bro, I don't do here 2 months. I just dey sleep, they wake up. I don't got to do 3 remain now. But the thing is, what am I going to do? Nothing. I just started, I said, where would they go now? So by the time we got, this is very, very emotional for me because when we got to Beggar, because my family, we came down.
Asake had nowhere to go. So his intention was like, where they go, na him they go. I didn't know that Superboy check too. Now, Ondo in the live, Okitupa, na there house day. That's the way they speak. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
I know.
Ondo boy. Na there be. I'm like, why na come?
I want to come Lagos now.
They all went to
Fireboy,
Lagos
man.
and they had no plan. I think they thought that was hilarious. But look at them now. They're all like,
They're all big.
popping hard. I was about to say popping artists. They're all popping artists. Yeah, man, that's a very, very interesting story. There's another clip of his that I'm actually looking for where he was talking about
And before you do that, we
bottles.
give a shout out to the guy interviewing him. It's that guy, Temi-san.
Temi-san.
He has a podcast.
He has a podcast, right? I love his studio, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie, like
He has a really nice studio.
his podcast has had some interest. Like he's had, I've seen this interview. I've seen the one with Bella Shmurda on there. Like,
he did the Bella Shmurda one
he
too.
did one with Bella Shmurda. He's doing good. He's doing a good job as a podcast guy, and he's not asking the dumb questions that a lot of these podcasts are.
Yeah.
People are. Which
Speaking of podcasts, this is just a side note. There is this other podcast. It's called
there's a lot of them, bro.
a
lot of them.
Bant's podcast. Is some
lot
girl
of them.
called
There's a lot of them.
some girl called Caramel.
I don't think it's her podcast. I think.
She was a
I think
guest.
so.
Yeah, but apparently, so this went viral.
It went
I'll play
viral,
for you
yeah.
guys. It's just some.
Warrior, you're from the good home. You cook, you clean. You are meeting his needs. Why can't you, as a human being, why can't you have needs too?
Yeah, I
whether the needs are
that's true, that's
materialistic
true.
or emotional.
Okay,
why
but
can't you have needs?
I see what you're saying. You can't bill him, but he can ask you to open your legs whenever he wants to.
Another angle.
Open your legs. But but it's true. So, because I feel like if you don't,
as you said that thing now,
yeah.
They're young.
they will now say
That's what
that
they think people forget.
why have we Gen Z, be women of today, why are we putting a price on our vaginas? Like,
animals put prices on. I hate that topic. Like,
Wait,
animals
but like-
put prices on their vaginas, like goats, cows.
But
Like,
like-
you don't just see them mate with every like. I went to a safari and I saw like
Shit,
antelopes, right?
foreign.
Wait, no, but like I was observing. I observed my environment. Antelopes, like they were separate, and then the
Like,
dominant
you don't
one, the
understand.
dominant
That's
antelope had all the
not
females,
very cool.
and then the other ones were on another section. They called them the guy teaching us around. Yeah, he said that they are called bachelors, something like that, and the thing just made me think. I'm like, in reality, the men that actually have more to give should be the ones to like pass on their genes. It's not.
I mean, she must be 20. She must be 19 or 20.
They
That's the only thing that would
I
like.
don't know how old the Caramel girl is. She's a viral. She's like a content creator. She's this girl who used to do videos where she used to wear like a bonnet and shout is what she does. But
Or maybe she was
being
just trying to
I'm
go
being
viral.
very shallow with my description of who she is because I don't follow her content. But that's the only thing I'd seen is like she used to wear a bonnet and just I don't know. People liked whatever she used to do, and I think she moved to Nigeria, moved back, or whatever it is. But the video came up on my timeline.
Yeah.
And I didn't even play this far. To hear that's why I'm laughing, genuine laughter.
That was why people were like, "What?"
But I didn't even play this far
Like,
because I stopped.
You're comparing yourself to a goat now.
Yes.
Like, what the heck?
So I stopped. I stopped at the beginning where the Caramel girl was talking about, or whoever it was talking about sex and pain and everything. And the reason I stopped is because, God, I'm tired.
You share of this gender matter.
This topic, I'm tired.
Gender. I'm telling you, this gender matter.
This is not even like a shade on any of them. But I'm tired. Do you know that these people make me almost not want to tell people I have a podcast because I'm pretty sure people start to assume like, bro, they've beat this matter.
They beat it to the ground.
And the funny thing is that it's not that you are hearing a new perspective of it. You are hearing
it's just recycled. It's recycled,
bro. Sometimes it's the same sentence.
Yeah.
On this podcast. On that podcast, on the other podcast, there's one that this Nedu guy does that he was on, bro. The same thing they were talking there. There's this guy that I just interviewed Portable recently. What's his face? I'll get his name. He had just interviewed Portable, like in the video in the last viral interview that Portable did. Seyi, is it Seyi Agbaje? Seyi Portable, interview. Snap. His name is Timi Agbaje.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't know why I said Seyi Agbaje. Timi Agbaje. He did a very good interview with Portable, but something popped on my timeline this morning where he was interviewing a guy and a babe, some babe called Mandy, and the moment she started talking, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
If you don't have money, you
have
want to
money,
have sex with me.
you want to have sex with me.
You want to have sex with me, bro. It's the same.
The guys will now say no.
And there was a guy on there that now started. So that one too was not like, guy, what are you guys doing? So and that's the thing you guys don't understand. It's not just, this is not an attack on women. It's all of them.
Yeah.
Once they get on this microphone, Nigerians are even like, maybe podcast material is cheap now. Maybe that's why. But once they get here, it's like,
sorry, you're talking about this one.
They don't rip me.
That's
rip you, you know that.
Portable.
And I make them they rip you, they go.
Hilarious.
And he's been doing a good job.
And they rip you, they go. Make them they rip you, they
We'll talk about
go.
Portable after. Let me finish. But that guy
I know
has
what
been
made that
doing.
they rip me, they go. That desire,
Hold
para,
on,
they
we'll talk about
go.
Portable. That guy has been doing a good job. Timi Agbaje, we're actually doing street interviews and stuff like that. But then I just saw this podcast thing with the girl and another guy, and the topic was basically just the same thing: is do you want to have sex with me? You have to pay for me to open my legs. You don't want to. Then the guy is doing, why do I have to pay?
I want submission.
I want this.
Bro,
do you guys not have anything else to talk about?
It's the same thing.
Like,
you know what I realized? These people, and look, on Clubhouse, you know me, I still be on Clubhouse listening.
On Clubhouse again, man.
They spend more time arguing with people that they don't want to date than they do actually talking to the people that they should be dating. Why not just go and find the one that you like?
But you know what? I've come to the conclusion. I don't think these people are not. I think these people are aware of what they're doing, and the reason is, we've had this podcast for how many years now, and we've never once spoken about this caramel girl, and she's had content out there for a long time.
Clout?
I won't call it clout. I'll just call it. It's just part of the game.
I see what you mean.
I don't want to disrespect anybody and say clout. It's part of the game. I think she's. I don't want to say they are aware is the word I'm looking for. They are aware that if I say this thing, because like even the one I was talking about with the Timi Agbaje guy, they asked the guy. There was a clip where a soundbite where they asked the guy that was on the podcast with him too and said, "Is there something that women do that you don't like them to do?" And it was like, "Oh, I think they should ban on that way. They should stop wearing pants." Such a stupid statement to make, but you can see the reaction. Like, I'm talking about it now because he said that. You get so, and as much as you are, whoever is under that tweet of this clip with these girls is bashing them, calling them Olosho.
It's engagement.
It's engagement, which she can turn around and turn into money.
Money, yeah.
So, you know, some of them are airheads.
Yeah.
Either men or women. Some of them are. But I also believe even those ones too are still also aware of what is going on. And Nigeria, let's be honest. Nigeria loves the topic of sex.
They do.
Bro, Big Brother starts today. Before nighttime, someone's like they're having sex in Big Brother.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is it a sex show or is it true. I don't even know what Big Brother is anymore.
I mean, we didn't become 200 plus.
Exactly. And then I think it also stems from the way we all grew up so conservative and now everyone is trying to be more expressive. Yeah. So, you know, go ahead, say whatever you want to say. But I just think you don't even have to have a podcast that is educating people on like quantum computing and AI and stuff like that. But at least like, how many of you guys want to talk about this idea of like, see, if she wants money and you don't want to give her money, leave her alone. If you want to give her money, give it to her. If you want sex and you don't want sex, leave him alone. Like, this thing is not rocket science.
For me, it's the analogy for me.
They now brought analogy of goats and animals, and you are saying like even animals set a price on their
full chest.
For real? Like,
but let's get back to this Portable. Let's get
Portable now.
Portable.
First of all,
play something.
You know,
okay.
I beg, Mona help me. I still need help.
Yes.
You there, yeah? Mona help me. I beg. No whiskey. Babanla, with the help. You know that I no be to the post motto.
This Timmy Agbagi.
No be to the post.
He knows all his lyrics too.
Make
He
them
was
help
singing
people
it.
for trenches. All those artists there wey be say they
On top of
sabi.
petrol
I
station,
don't
I saw
yo
it.
where they sing.
His performance of Apostle.
And the video na Baba don't promise me. Wey by my day oni wale anybody pray for that for Oloma for. After the video, that lot to go. Die, bro, Ogbana Soko, Ogbana boy. May they help me. You know understand? They no help me. They no carry me down body. They won't rip me now. Make me the para. They say I wise. Why I no go wise? Because I wise. The para. Why you got the? I beg. I go beg.
Bro.
I beg.
Let me tell you something. I will tell you one thing about Portable. Okay, play his performance and I'll tell you what I want to say. This is just part of it.
Members donated, pull up a come on the Paso.
Okay, I saw it.
And it's a Paso, got attacked by Uber, no gunman. Security where they got Paso, them no got pull up hookah. Members where they follow Paso, them no got pull up hookah. Only Paso and family, them they use pull up hookah.
Guy the Lalia.
Paso no one go
I said, why you don't want to go heaven?
Pastor no one go heaven.
Apostolic must do it.
Apostolic must do it.
Okay,
Members
it's a longer
donated.
video. I will say here now, first of all, music-wise. So, Portable, I told you that his music is done. I told you that. I sat here comfortably and said we're not going to talk about Portable's music.
Come on now. I told you he had something special in him.
He has dropped songs, but they are not chart-topping songs. They are not. I listen to this song for bands and but I like this performance. One thing this performance showed me is that he's growing,
and he hasn't left. Is the key thing.
But as far as relevance goes, Portable is my favorite personality right now. As far as personality goes,
apparently he released an album. I didn't even know. Yeah, he did.
Eka of Africa. As far as personality goes, Portable is my guy.
He has released a new single,
but
Kuku Do Ritual.
But as far as music goes, Portable is a better version of Speedality for me.
Okay.
You see, Speedality was relevant at some point outside of the music, but then when he dropped the music, you kind of knew the lyrics and you sang along. That's it. But it's just maybe a more talented version of Speedality.
But Portable is talented.
He is.
He's talented.
He's a genre of music.
He's a Fuji guy.
Genre, but Fuji is not my cup of tea. So, which is why, but he's in his genre. He's talented. Yeah. In the mainstream genre, unfortunately, Fuji does not transcribe to the mainstream.
It's not there yet.
It's not there yet. So,
but a lot of Afrobeat is also influenced by
Of course,
Fuji
it is. Too. So they take elements and they do stuff like that. So, I also think he's learning. So I do say that, you know what, this is not the last we'll hear from Portable. But would he get the Zazu chart topping? Only time will tell. But I like the guy as a personality. Like, his interviews crack me up. Yeah. I act as it at home.
He has a restaurant now in Lagos. He mans it himself. That was actually where they were interviewing him, in front of his restaurant.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. He's a character.
He's doing well, and he seems like he's becoming smarter with his business.
Yes. He had a lot of growing pains with his business. Did you see that video where he was in? Was it some like
Europe,
in Europe, in like Czech or something?
Italy, it was Italy.
Where he wanted to fight with the promoter.
When he said, then he shoot gun for there.
Yo.
You know that when he did one interview, that's Wale Bouncer guy that is here in the DMV. There's a guy called Wale Bouncer as a promoter. He used to be Olamide back in the days.
Okay.
He's part of the people that brought Asake to Baltimore that had that failed useless show.
Yeah.
All these promoters that sometimes don't like to.
They don't want to spend.
The guy called him out. Portable called him out too. Said the guy was the person I went to bring him to America. That all of a sudden he started adding people that these are his band members, so that when he went for visa, people that did not know Portable were coming in as his band members so that they can get visa too. It was like that's why he didn't make it to America.
That's crazy.
Like, they didn't give him visa. Like, who's this one? Who's this one? Who's one? That guy had sent them, and that's Portable called the guy out. Now the guy I don't know if he ever addressed the allegation, but bro,
and those ones are looking to jackpot.
Those ones are looking to jackpot now, so they probably paid the guy to allegedly. They paid him to put their names there, and they probably do stuff like so. But Portable, the reason why we talk about this is that other artists, they've probably done this and they've not spoken about it. But Portable has come out to say, "Guy, I don't care who you are." And we say, "Why? I did not come to America."
That's the thing about him. He will talk.
He will talk.
He will say. He will say what's on his mind.
He called him out.
He talks too much, but he
talks too much.
He definitely keeps it a buck.
Talk. So I don't know if I think it was the guy he mentioned or somebody else mentioned that it was the name when he was saying that, but. And I was like, dang, and then he was like, you see the show. Bro, guy forehand, man.
It's all good, man.
Oh, if it's true.
If it's true, allegedly.
If it's not true,
allegedly
is what we saw.
Yeah, alleged. We don't know.
But his Asake show did not do well.
Yep. But I think it's time we start wrapping up, man. Do you have any last words, man? Just as far as 2023, 2023 Afrobeat. Like, So I want to ask you something before we go. Like, what's the in thing now? What's the in sound now? Remember we had the Amapiano phase. I feel like we're kind of like is
this emo music? I still.
You think so?
Well, not even.
But the emo has always been here. Omah Lay has always done his thing. I'm saying, is there like a new wave that we should be looking out for now? Because I feel like Amapiano has kind of slowed down.
Do you know what?
Bit,
I think.
Right.
I think.
Isn't that safe to say?
Yeah, Amapiano. Even Shmurda said he says only done one Amapiano song, and that was the one he did with Mastercraft, I think. Okay. But and maybe Wiz has done one. Not everyone is doing that. It's slow down. But I think
the next phase of
there's no phase now because I think the artists that were in these phases have found their niche and
they can't do their thing.
They're doing their thing. So unless a new, the wave of last year was this streets, vocal, choir. Yeah. So unless somebody else comes out, but everyone now is just we have our place,
settling in their
own role. So unless an artist comes out this year,
it's still early in the year, Sha.
It's still early in the year. So unless Asake came out a year ago, last year.
Yeah. Are there any artists that you think we should be looking out for this year?
Man, I haven't really. I'm not gonna lie.
Known and unknown.
There are unknown guys that have bangers here and there.
I mean, we're still backing Odumodu Black, right?
Guy.
We're still wait. Well, I mean,
I can't.
That's my joy. That's my joy. That's my joy. That's my joy.
We have to get him, man. Because, bro, Odumodu Black, man. That song is.
That's also someone to watch out for. Anyone else?
Ajebo Hustlers. They've been doing very good. They're building a slow fan base. Their EP was
they've been grinding
very, very
for a while.
Nice. They've been grinding, but their last EP was very, very nice. I listen to it daily. But there are a lot of people. There's one guy called something Chan.
Well, they also I've been seeing this Duncan Daniels guy.
There's Duncan Daniels is old now.
He is?
Yeah.
I'm not heard of.
Where do you see it? Also.
Because I'm always looking at this top 100 chart. I see his name there a lot.
Where do you see? What song?
There's this Yard Party. Let me just play it.
He's
I know I've seen a couple of his songs on top 10 recently. That's
but Duncan, he's a New York guy. He's a Yankee guy. Like
he is?
Guy. I think I don't have him on Facebook. That guy's been grinding. Yeah. Bro, that guy's been grinding since I was in college,
Oh, really?
Bro, that guy he was my friend on Facebook. Really? I'm serious, because when I started getting into Afrobeat music, him, some artists at the time were actually my friends on Facebook.
Maven is they're kind of doing their thing low key right now.
Maybe
low key. I love that Folake song by Boy Spice. Yeah. This is Rema, Ayra, Starr. I mean, they're all kind of like taking off in their own.
Before you talk about Maven, let's not skip Duncan like that.
Okay.
If I'm happy if his songs are now on the chart.
Yeah, I've been seeing them.
Because, like I said, this guy has been grinding since.
For a while.
Bro, probably since 2009. 9 or 8 or something. This guy was been grinding since Donkey's Rock. I had one song like that. So shout out to him if he's, if you like you said, he's on the chart. I haven't seen it. I'll go listen to it. What's the song called?
It's called.
That's very good actually.
It's called Yard Party Pull Up.
Okay, that's good for him.
Then you have this Folake song too. That's
yeah. So Mavis,
For like a dump bump us. She don't get that rappers, so she know they talk to us again. She know they come campus again. Them say she go do runs and hippopotamus and guinea they cause virus away. They just they talk jargons cause now she way they make my heart beat. And now she make my heart beat. Now she make my heart beat. Now she make my heart beat. Automatic, aromatic, acrobatic, problematic, on driving, my formatic, be like magic, diplomatic, cinematic. Ngolibe, so you know, say you and I will live as one. So make you know they do ask up. You bust my yokolo, I don't do sucker for like I don't pump us. She don't they drive rappers, so she know they talk to us again. She know they come campus again. Them say she go do runs and hippopotamus and guinea they cause virus away. They just they talk jargons cause now she way they make my heart beat. And now she make my heart beat. And now she make my heart beat. Now she make my heart beat. You want it gone, move. You want it gone, move.
Yeah, Wally, you're saying.
Yeah, Mavis. They've unleashed a lot of artists.
Yeah, man, they have a lot of artists that have a potential to do very well. Ayra has already gone. She's already doing really well. Rema being gone. You have this boy Spice. I'm still on the fence with him, but he has some nice melodies. The guy that I really, Johnny Drill. I think that's another guy to watch out for.
Johnny Drill's been out for a while though.
Yeah, but does he have like an album?
He might. He's been out for a long time.
Yeah, but was he always on? Was he always on Maven?
No, he wasn't always on Maven. He had a period where he was popping with like 2 songs that like was not bad, but then he has this friend song.
There's this
my friend.
Oh, he did that. Oh, okay.
I know sometimes it be like say.
Yeah. That was last year. Now
that was last year. That was last year on Mavens, but Johnny Drill.
So you have Ayra, Starr. You have obviously the rapper. He already kind of did his own thing in the last couple of years.
Johnny Drill.
They have a roster, man. They have a strong roster. And then they have that one that I like, Magix. I like that guy. But enough about Maven. So is there any? I guess we're talking about this current sound. And, like, where do you see Afrobeat going this year? Like, what's the next level that we need to attain in order to not remain stagnant? I know it's a deep question.
No, because, like, production-wise, they're doing good.
Yeah.
But, production
video-wise, they're doing good, too. You have
just
Omori.
keep improving because even that, right? There's space for everybody. There's space for so many people. Because TJ Omori is the one on fire right now.
Yeah.
But man, if TJ Omori is shooting everybody's videos,
he can't be the one doing everything.
It can't look the same.
Yeah.
TJ Omori has this. He shoots action videos where he has like 1,000 people in the background doing something, and we don't want every video like that.
Yeah.
So, but when he does the videos, they're nice. So, but he should have. It's with the producers or with the directors. We go through phases. We've gone through the phase of Baba T back then, Baba T, Buffy T, I think, or whoever it was back then when he used to do Yahoozy videos. Those ones. Yeah. We had the son of Shino Peters, Clarence Peters. Is the son of Shino Peters.
Get out of here!
Oh, you didn't know?
Get out of here! Yeah. I even thought he was an Igbo man.
No, Clarence Peters is.
Seriously,
Clarence Peters.
Interesting.
Not Clarence. Clarence.
I saw Shino Peters perform this December, Seth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of those legends. I was at some event.
Yeah, so we had the Clarence Peters. I think that was the longest running, era.
Interesting. He also had a good run, man.
That was
but TJ Omori is like the guy now.
TJ Omori.
He said he charges like $150. Okay.
I don't know, man.
He was probably just saying that just to boost his profile. So look, I'm not mad at him, man. Videos look crisp.
So I don't think he charges $150K because the fuck has $150K? Here in America, it's possible.
Actually, I think he may have said his videos are worth. I think that's what he said. I don't think he said he charges that yet.
It's works.
Yes,
is because your label,
will pay for it,
and they will take that money back. The labels these people are signed, but I mean they have deals now with distribution deals.
Yeah, so
they're not necessarily signed with the big company. They're just distribution deals. So, and I don't see a company doing distribution for you, dropping $150, selling for a video.
Yeah,
but I do think he charges a good amount of money.
Probably.
I'm not in the industry, so I might be wrong. It might be really charging because, but first of all, Asake has shot
so many of them.
So I think Asake has paid $1.5 million of videos. Asake that is under Empire as a distributor and is under YBNL. Why? So I think YBNL took YBNL had access to $1.5 million from Empire and they went to shoot videos with it for one artist. Come on now.
I know.
Come on. But
those videos over time make the money back though.
Yeah, but these if you're a label that you're just investing in a genre,
you're not looking to make YouTube money.
Unless the person is Wizkid, Davido, or Burna Boy, because those ones already you can find a way to suck that money back because those ones make so much damn money on concerts and things that you can know that okay, well, I might not make it from your streams, but I can make it from somewhere else. Asake is not going to give you a return on investment of 1.5 million on videos. Not now, exactly. So it's you can watch out. Not now.
He started off the year strong. I'll tell you that much. Yoga.
Not now, but he's. But I do believe TJ Omori is the best right now. But yeah, my advice is more people should come out. Don't just think, oh well, TJ Omori is doing it, so I can't do it. More people come out. We need more diversity in. When I mean diversity, I mean diversity of ideas. Even the music, most of these things, we didn't get to go to school for it. We didn't get to learn from the professionals the way the professionals out here learn from professionals.
Yeah.
There's some things that we're just starting to figure out, like in the layering of music now.
Yeah.
The American artists and the Western world have been doing this for a long time. We're just not getting into that layering where so you are there singing and say, oh, more this song, guy, just get one sound on there. That's part of it. So more stuff like that, because that little element, it can be just that one layer of sound there that makes the song. So
I think I'd like to see the era of us.
That's all.
Because and you talked about this in the beginning, but I'd like to see what it will be interesting to see is a new era of sampling.
Oh yeah, sampling our own music.
Our own music. There is so much. There is so much that we've done that the world has. Let me finish now. That the world hasn't even. We haven't even cracked the surface. There's so much that we've put out that never went viral. That songs that were put out from the past that never really went. Maybe this guy was recently complaining about one of Asake's songs, Blackface. That he sampled his song.
Yeah, so that's
but there's so much. There's so many dope records that I feel like it would be so nice for us to start like redoing and putting our own spin on it. I'm not even necessarily relying on the R&B records, and I'm excited for that. So the Sability for me is a big deal because I feel like maybe that could bring a new era.
Don Jazzy is what do you call it? I know Don Jazzy is smart. What I was going to say is that there's also an issue of the structure. Music structure industry does not have structure. It's just getting structure because when you sample, see how Burna Boy sampled Last gave away 60% to Tony Braxton's estate or whatever, and 40%. And when Nigerians heard it, they were like, "What the hell?" But that's the right thing to do, and that's how to do it. When Wizkid and DJ Tunes dropped Bese, that song has been taken off. It's just back now. Google it. Just put the song Bese, Wizkid and Tunes. Wizkid, Bese.
I remember it.
DJ Tunes. Does it show DJ Tunes?
Yes.
Oh yeah, now. But that's not it. That's not the original song.
What do you mean?
That song sounds like it's been layered. That's not the artwork. So they did 2.0. Okay. You know why they did 2.0?
Why?
The original one had a sample from Fefe Nefe, Nadi Beauty, and they didn't clear it. So Tony Tetula them sued Wizkid 30 million.
Wow.
Yes, Naira had to get it back. DJ Tunes has been fighting to get that song.
Wow.
I think he had tweeted that they finally got it sorted out, but that song had to be taken off social media, streaming platforms for years, and that song was a jam at the time. So I feel like the structure. Okay, yeah, that was it. The one you played first. Yeah, they've changed the album cover. Yeah, because that's it. So he's back. Yes, because it was. So it's the part where Wizkid goes fair.
Yeah.
How do you build? Yeah. So
really?
Yes.
He got sued for that.
For 30 million.
30 mil.
Yes, I don't know what they settled, but they sued.
God
so
damn.
The structure, and that is on their part lazy because you should have cleared that.
Yeah.
But on their part, it also comes from the guy. I'm just thinking it now, like, no, now you're international superstars.
Yeah, man.
Them can see that,
that's
bro,
crazy.
you are going to make money. You make money. So I should also make money from samples. So
do you think the blackface claim was valid?
No.
I heard it. I was like,
blackface.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear these.
Unfortunately, blackface is his uncle or someone I know, and I've told him so many times that your uncle likes attention. And it's the truth. Blackface.
I'm like, what? That doesn't sound like it. Anything like
finds a way to try and just. I think he thinks he invented music. No, I'm pretty sure he thinks he invented music because this is not the first person he has come out talking about.
You stole my song.
He does it a lot with Two-Face.
Interesting.
And I think Blackface was a writer under Plantation Boys, but god damn, nigga, like not everybody has stolen your song. So no, but yeah. Anyways, as I want the sample, I also want the structure in place. I also want people to be able to, pay the writers, people to be able to pay the rights. Like I'm sure Don Jazzy reached out to Awilo's people and they cleared that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So clear it out first. Yeah, because we don't want situations where songs come out, we're enjoying it, and the next thing is going off the stream, we get ripped down. Yeah, that song is only 50 million now.
Yeah, that's not a good look. All right. I think we've kind of exhausted a lot of the topics I wanted to touch on today. As usual, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, smiling_sufferer, on Facebook, smiling sufferer, search for it, and on Twitter @smilingpod. Check us out and share, follow. We'll see you guys in a bit. We're ending off with Body and Soul by Joeboy. Peace.
I dey sing, you dey dance, you dey whine. When you cry, I go wipe your eyes. Give me your bag, make I feel like muto. I'm the only one, you don't need another. I hold you down. You know this, baby. And I've told you now, I'm right there, I there for you, babe. Don't get anywhere where I want to go. If I could, I would love you in my next life. I don't really care about tomorrow. As long as you there right now, I go there fine. You got me here when I'm low, low. Daddy, you can take my soul. All these things where they talk right now, I just feel up my body and bone. Oh. Body and soul. It's a vibe when I'm rocking your body. The competition for your side, oh, they know this. Make it look me well, I don't be novice. Only you, I want, don't need nobody, no. So baby girl, I'll hold you down. You know this, baby. And I've told you now. I dare, yeah, I dare for you, baby. I'll hold you down. You know this, baby. And I've told you now. Anywhere where I want go. If I could, I would love you in my next life. I don't really care about tomorrow. As long as you do right now, I go there fine. You got me high when I'm low, low. Sorry if I take my soul. All these things where I did talk right now, I did feel up for my body and soul.